Hello everybody and welcome to a Survivor Week preview. That's right, next week, starting on Monday, May 19th, we are getting the start of our final class week, Survivor Week. So, let's dive in and check what this preview video is all about. So, you might be wondering, or you might not be wondering because we've done 4 of these for now, but instead of our regular scheduled programming, let's try that again. Instead of our regularly scheduled programming, we have 7 days of Survivor-focused content on our channel. We've done this for the previous 4 classes, so you probably know what this is all about, but if you don't, it's going to be a great time here at PBG. So, we've done this for Guardian, Seeker, Rogue, and Mystic. Those are, if you didn't know, are the 4 other classes. And we are finally here in my favorite class, Survivor Week, to do the final one of these class weeks. These have been really fun. It's very fun on my side to kind of just explore the classes, do a few staple videos that we really enjoy doing, and then also try to see what sort of new stuff we can throw in. So with all that said, why don't I preview to all of you the 7 videos that we have coming out next week for Survivor Week. Just build some hype, let's get excited, and let me know in the comments which videos you are looking forward to the most. First up, on May 19th, Monday, we have the Arkham Horror Yearbook Survivor Edition. So, our theme weeks are going to open as they always do with a yearbook video. In this series, Travis, Brent, and myself vote on categories such as Best Ally and Best Archetype to finally lock down what's what in the Survivor class. Now, Survivor's in my top class, so I may be a bit biased, but this was one of my favorite yearbook videos we've done, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. This is kind of something that we started to do with the Feast of Hemlock Vale, and we're going to be doing one for Drowned City in the future, so keep your eyes open for that. But we've done this for all the previous class weeks as well, and it just has a bunch of fun categories, as I mentioned, like Best Ally, Best Archetype, Best Investigator, Worst Investigator, Most Survivor card, Least Survivor card, Best Skill, right? Like we have some stuff that are kind of unique to each class as well. And then Brent and I Travis, Brent, and I vote on which one wins the category, and we kind of discuss our things and talk about all of the decisions and why we voted that way in detail. This is a very like popcorn type of video. On the back end in Arkham, for our Arkham content, we have I have like some terms that I define each video as, and this one is just kind of like a fun popcorn video that has a little bit of analytical discussion, but it's mostly just here to kind of just provide some Arkham horror themed entertainment for all of you. So I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. I love these yearbook videos, and yeah, this one is a pretty good start to Survivor Week. There's a lot of cool stuff in the Survivor class, so I mean, like I said, I'm biased. This is my favorite, but this was a very fun yearbook video to record. Going on to Tuesday, we have continuing another series we have here. Eric and I return to add another entry into the series, guiding new players on how to make the classes easier to approach and play. The Survivor class was very interesting to approach for this video for me, and I feel as though I brought some interesting points about how Stella can cause players to make some mistakes and how to avoid those mistakes. As I said multiple times in this video now, Survivor is my favorite class, and this was probably, of the 3 of these videos, because Eric and I have done this for Rogue, Mystic, and now Survivor, this was the hardest video for me to actually, like, put into place, because the reality is that for me, Survivors are the easiest class to play, and they've always kind of just been the easiest class to play for me. They were the first investigator that I played in this game, and if I ever stop playing Arkham, they will be the last investigator I play. I'll probably do one final run with Silas Marsh if I was ever going to stop playing Arkham, right? So Survivor means a lot to me, and because of that, they've kind of just always been in my head, kind of just existing and living there, right? So having to strip that all down and figure out what it is that makes Survivors difficult to play and how to make Survivors more approachable to play was actually pretty daunting for this video, right? But what I did that I said, like, I think here was an interesting approach is that I kind of brought Stella into the mix, because a lot of a lot of players recommend that new players start with Stella because she mitigates the risk of failing. But I think, unfortunately, while that is very good for new players, unfortunately it causes issues where Stella Clark can lead to worse play patterns down the road because you have not learnt the perfect lessons from Stella. I think she's still a very good investigator for new players, right? But I think she has some issues with it. So we kind of tackled that and how to approach a survivor that isn't Stella in this video. So I think I did an okay job, so I hope you enjoy it, and that'll be on Tuesday, May 20th. On Wednesday, we got some deck building, baby. So on Wednesday, Travis, Brent, and myself all build random survivors deck. We roll a random survivor investigator, then roll a random roll for that deck. Then on Friday, we bring these decks through a standalone run of the Midnight Masks and see how many cultists they can catch. Who gets who? I don't know, but we know somebody's going to get Rita. We know somebody's going to get Rita. While gameplay isn't viewed as much on this channel as our discussion videos, which I totally understand, by the way, discussion video, you can put it on the background. You don't need to know all the cards because they're usually on the screen, right? So like if someone plays a card and it's really tiny on our overhead cameras, it's kind of hard to see. So it's one of those things where I understand why gameplay videos aren't viewed as high as talkie videos are. With that said, I much prefer doing the gameplay videos with Travis and Brent. They're just very fun to play Arkham, and this series has been a very enjoyable experience for me when it's come to these theme weeks, right? Because we get to just challenge ourselves with random rolls, and then we get to like give random investigators with those rolls, and then we have to like build a deck with them. Notably, one thing that I think is pretty obvious is that this was the most difficult in the Guardian and Seeker one because their classes are a lot more focused, but Rogue, Mystic, and Survivor are a little bit more flexible just by the nature of their class design. So I think that the challenge of this is less apparent outside of Guardian and Seeker week, but there is still some fun about getting a random investigator, getting a random roll, and then building a deck for it. It's kind of like a creative experiment when it comes to deck building in Arkham, which I really enjoyed. I was happy with the deck I made, and we'll touch on this in a bit when it comes to the Friday slide. But before Friday, there is a day that comes, and that day might be one of the most important days here at Playing Board Games, and that's Thursday. This specific Thursday, May 22nd. It's the list video. As the sun rises and sets, a list video hits the Playing Board Game page on Thursday. This is our final class wishlist video, and these all have proven to be good to bring good discussion to the table. Sometimes it's fun to daydream and say what if, and we embrace that in this video. Drowned City crossed a lot off my wishlist for the Survivor class. A lot of my discussion pre-Drowned City for this list video would have been like, I would love more discard cards. I would love some more survivor archetypes that are kind of more well-rounded. And while we haven't had that for a long time, we got that with Drowned City. So a lot of stuff was crossed off of my Drowned wish list. So my survivor wish list. So the question is, what do I still have to wish for? And also, in addition to that, what do Travis and Bryn have to wish for? Because Travis usually brings a lot of cool ideas to these wishlist videos, and then we get a daydream and make up cards that don't exist, but we wish would exist, and kind of like themes and archetypes and all that kind of stuff. They're very fun, these ones. I've enjoyed all the wish lists we've done for these class weeks. And I think that what's really fun about this is the testament for how open the Arkham Horror card pool is, because there's just so many interesting things you can do and that can be done. And I hope this means that there is a lot more exploration of the Arkham card pool for years to come, because I do think that there's just a lot of gas left in the tank in this game, I think. And I think the Survivor class is a very good testament to that, because the class is so open. And while Drowned City did close off a lot of these doors, like kind of like just like you're done, this archetype is now well-rounded and really tight, it means more exploration and exploration in this new current and legacy system that's going to be coming up. So yeah, wishlist on Thursday. And as I mentioned, on Friday, May 23rd, we have the gameplay. The standalone gameplay for our random deck build goes live on Friday. The dumb standalone runs that Travis, Brent, and I have done in the past are always some of my favorite experiences playing Arkham, and this is no exception. We just gotta have fun. We just gotta be stupid. We just gotta, like, the stakes could never be lower. The stakes can never be lower, and it allows us to just kind of like have fun with it, right? We're not doing a campaign. We're not thinking about the next scenario. We're just, how many Midnight Mask cultists get is the first question we're going to answer. And then the second question, of course, is does Stella break the bat? So now we know there's going to be Rita Young and Stella, and it looks like Stella's going to be our fighter, which is going to be pretty cool. If you, for the Cultist Midnight Masks, what we are going to be doing, I'm going to have a video coming out of this in the future, I hope, on the channel, where in each one of these class weeks, we've done this, right? And Survivor got all 6 cultists. All 5 cultists? I don't remember how called. I think there's 6 cultists in the Midnight Masks, I'm not sure. But Survivor got all of them. Seeker, I think, got 4. Rogue got 3. And Mystic got 4 or 5. I'll have to check. I have to check this. But basically now, the question is, will Survivors beat or like tie Guardians? I know you say you can't beat, but we have some special rules for Midnight Masks if we do get a full clear. But it's one of those things that it's kind of been like a fun little competition I've been keeping track of. Like the Rogue one was funny because we like advanced way too early, just due to some unlucky token pulls and some like, you know, like that kind of stuff, some cultists that just couldn't get killed. Seeker we thought was going to kill it, but turns out Night Gaunts are tough for Seekers to kill, apparently. So we'll see how the Survivors do, but this is a very fun one. So if you like our gameplay videos, you should look forward to this. On this Saturday, May 24th, I'm joined by Daniel from Quick Learner to discuss a quirk unique to the Survivor class. Survivor is the class with the fewest level 4 and level 5 cards, leading the classes to feel as though they finished their deck much earlier than the other classes. How has this class identity evolved as the game grew, and is it a problem for the Survivor class going forward? In all of these theme weeks, I've been trying to find like a good random video to like kind of like serve as a like the penultimate video for the week. So we had like the Mystic, demystifying the Mystic class. We had the Rogue gambling challenge. We had like the support Seeker, even though that happened earlier in the week because I was still trying to figure out the best structure for our theme weeks. But for Survivor Week, Daniel and I are going to be doing this video talking all about this high XP issue or not issue that the Survivor class has. While this video hasn't been filmed yet, I have written the script and outline for it, and it's going to be a gooder. This was a very interesting video to kind of like dive into and check out, and I think there's going to be some great discussion here when we do record, when this video does come out, and when we do record it as well, obviously. But you can look forward to this. This one's going to be a gooder, and that's going to be on Saturday, May 24th. To close out our final class week on May 25th, the Sunday, we celebrate the Survivor class and look at its history from the original core set to how the class looks today. As I've said, and I'll continue to say, Survivor is my favorite class. I've been playing with this class since my first game of Arkham. I'm excited to dive in and talk all about the class and its journey as the Arkham card pool grew. Survivor is an interesting class, and I think this might be the shortest history for all of our videos, just because Survivor has kind of a lot of, they had a period where they had a lot of dregs, right, where they had a lot of cards that weren't particularly flashy or good. They were just kind of like weird as Survivor was trying to find its footing, right? And at this point now, I think that Survivor has found its footing in the class that doesn't have footing. And it took a while to get there, but I think now, I mean, Survivor is obviously a very powerful class, and it's been a powerful class for a while, but I think it really started to pop off and become kind of like disgusting around like Edge of the Earth, right? But it's been a very consistent class in its whole core, and I'm excited to kind of talk about it and how it's evolved in this video to close out the Survivor Week on Sunday, May 25th. I want to thank everyone for your support of our channel during our previous theme weeks. These has all have been fun and creative challenges on my side to kind of come up with videos that were entertaining for all of you, and I'm glad that you have all seemed to be enjoying it. So thank you for commenting on these videos and for, you know, giving me the inspiration to keep going. However, this isn't the end of theme weeks. Just because we are done with the classes doesn't mean the theme weeks are over. We have plans for the next one in July. I think just finalized it in my YouTube schedule. So, I mean, let me just see if Travis even messaged back up with thoughts on it. Nope, that's someone else who messaged me. But we have a cool one coming up in July, and we're going to continue to try to provide Arkham Horror themed entertainment for all of you, so I hope you're enjoying it. But in the meantime, Survivor Week is going to be great. I hope you all enjoy it when it comes up. Consider liking this video, and again, comment me the the video that you're looking most forward to. Just lost the train of thought there for a second. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you look forward to Survivor Week. It's going to be a great time. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. You guys rock. If you want to join this list of names of all these awesome people, you can do so by supporting our Patreon page. We have a $3 tier that gives you 2 deck lists every month, and there's a bunch of deck lists already there waiting for you if you did want to join. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and as always, a GG's.